A true or false question presents a statement which respondents must identify as either correct or incorrect. First, we'll fill out the general fields, as described in the Common Elements tutorial. Next, we come to the Options heading. Here, we'll specify how the options will be displayed to the learner. The Enumeration menu determines the labeling that will be applied to the list of response options. The Style setting determines how the list of options will be laid out. If we choose vertical or horizontal, the options will be listed down or across the screen, with radio buttons for selection. Choosing drop-down will instead place the options in a drop-down menu. The weight column lets us specify how much each option is worth. For each option, enter a value between 0 and 100. This is the percentage of the question's point value that learners will be awarded for choosing that option. In this question, the correct answer is true. We'd like to award full marks for this answer, so we'll enter 100 as the weight. Since the point value for this question is 1, learners will receive 1 point for answering true. While it is possible to award part marks for selecting the alternative answer, we won't do so for this question. Instead, we'll keep the weight at 0. This means learners will receive 0 points for answering false. The feedback fields allow us to provide comments specific to the answer the learner selected. For example, we could explain why a certain option is incorrect if the learner selects it. This feedback will only be visible to learners when viewing the graded submission. Note that these feedback fields differ from the question feedback field at the bottom of the page. The question feedback will be displayed regardless of the learner's response, and is better used to provide comments on the question as a whole. Question feedback is covered in the Common Elements tutorial. We can now preview the question. The top of the preview shows us how the question will be presented to the learner. Notice that the options are enumerated with lowercase letters and arranged side by side, both as specified when creating the question. The lower section shows us how the question will look when grading. The learner's selection will be shown with the radio button, and the correct answer will be indicated by an arrow. Any response feedback will also be shown. Once satisfied with the question, click Save to save the question and return to the question library. Using true or false questions is a relatively quick and easy way to test learners' knowledge of simple concepts and factual statements.